If you are doing paid digital advertising, chances are you are rapidly adding people to your newsletter list and your subscriber list. And even if you've not been running paid ads, or if you've been less aggressive on that front, you should still be adding people to your list every day through your website and organic search and through the content you put out, whether that's blog posts where you invite people to subscribe, or your Instagram and Facebook posts where you're inviting people to learn more and to inquire and book an intro with you. Now, we've talked about this before, but I wanted to bring it up again now that it is the new year. So you have this list of people and it's grown over the past year. But chances are, unfortunately, that a lot of people have stopped opening your emails, or maybe they've lost interest, or maybe like myself, they have so many emails coming into their inbox that yours just falls through the cracks. Or you have people who are opening your emails but have yet to take action with you. People who have been opening your content but who still have not booked an intro. And then, of course, you'll have another subgroup of people who used to be members but are no longer clients of yours for whatever reason. And with these segments or subgroups of subscribers that haven't taken action with you or who have been inactive on your list, what can you do with them? Well, you can try what the marketing gurus on the internet call a re-engagement email campaign. And it's simple. You can start off small with a simple email that basically says, "Hey, we haven't heard from you or seen you in a while. Are you still interested in what we have to offer?" What I'm going to do next is take you through some examples from other brands, and then I'm going to show you what we did at our gym to reactivate some of these inactive people on our list and generate new member sales. This first example is from a CRM company. It's called Sidekick. Now they might have been totally absorbed by HubSpot. I'm not sure at this point. But this email says, "Hey, over the last few months, we've been emailing you about our latest content from Sidekick, but it looks like it wasn't of high enough quality or of interest to you. It looks like you haven't clicked on our blog in over 2 months now. And in the spirit of love and candy hearts," this email seems to have been sent on Valentine's Day, I think. "We want to show you how much we respect your inbox by removing you from our subscriber list." And then some other stuff in the bottom. And then it says, "If we read your love signs incorrectly, then click here to stay on our list." And then there's a big call to action button at the bottom. So what's great about this email is a few things. One, they keep it playful in tone. They leverage the holiday, so it keeps the email relevant, and it's very clear and concise. Now, I'm not sure what they did next, but if I were doing something like this, I would look at the list of everyone who clicked that button at the bottom and then follow up with a personal email and give them a sweet offer for them to come back and check out our gym. Because now you've taken your cold leads or your inactive subscribers and identified who is still interested, and they've become warm again, warm leads. Now here's an example from Crocs. They use a very simple tactic. "Hey, we haven't seen you in a while. Come on by and we'll give you 10% off or $10 off your next purchase." Now, by incentivizing your recipients, you are giving them a great reason to re-engage with you. Something else about this email that I want to talk about a little bit more that I really, really like. The first is they take the time to humanize their brand and their messaging, and they make it personal. With this line that they have there at the bottom, "Use the $10 off code on your next purchase, or break up with us. That's fine. If you don't click on this email, we'll remove you from the list." Sniff, sniff. This breakup approach is used all the time with these types of emails and campaigns, but I like this part at the end because it adds personality and humanity to the email. The second thing I love about this is they managed to sneak in this part here in the bottom, where the email mentions their philanthropic arm, Croc Cares, and it has a counter that says however many millions of shoes they've donated to people in need, just so the reader doesn't forget, hey, we are one of the good guys. That part there is clutch. Something that I think Chris Cooper could even mention for his gyms. He could say something like Catalyst Cares and talk about how much money his business has donated to local youth athletics in Sault Ste. Marie. This next example is very clever. With this email, this brand Habitat is basically admitting defeat and saying, okay, yeah, you're not reading our emails. Here's another option by which you can receive our updates. And maybe this method is actually better for the reader. They're saying, hey, we noticed you haven't been looking at our emails. Maybe you'd like to follow us on Facebook instead, where you can still receive the best updates and content. So if you can't get people to open and read your emails, give them another option by which to communicate with you and your business. This last one is amazing. These guys did a web redesign, a website redesign, and leveraged that as a way to re-engage with their readers. You can use this tactic for any updates you make to your business or have recently made to your business. Here you're letting your inactive users or readers or recently dropped members know what you've been up to. It's kind of like saying, hey, I just did this new thing and I thought of you. What have you been up to? And in this way, you're starting the conversation again. And if you take this approach that they used here at the top of this email, this headline, hey, I rebuilt my website just for you because you were ignoring me. It's playful and it makes it hard to resist for the reader. And now they're feeling a little bit of that reciprocity syndrome and they're thinking, wow, for me, you shouldn't have. So here's what we just went over. 1, let your readers know that, hey, you're not trying to bother them. You just want to know if they're still interested in your offer. 2, you want to give them some kind of incentive to come back and re-engage with your business. 3, give your readers another option by which to receive updates from you, but in a way that's mutually beneficial for you and your business. And 4, try and re-engage your audience by looping them in on improvements you've made to your business and letting them know that you did it just for them. So what does a real-world gym-specific example of this look like? Well, this is an email that John drafted up for us at Bowery CrossFit last year around this time. And some of you may have seen this before. It reads, okay, talking about gym memberships isn't very romantic, so don't worry, I'm not going to release this sappy love song I made for you on my tiny piano. And then there's this really, really silly picture of me. And then it continues, instead I'm going to tell you about all the neat stuff that's been going on at Bowery CrossFit. But first, how are your fitness goals going in 2018? We only have 2 weeks left in January. Can you believe it? If you haven't reached your goals or gotten where you want to be, we're here to help. Here's some of the cool things going on at the gym. And then we proceed to tell them about the cool updates we've made, how we have a key card system that we installed, so now members can swipe in and access the facility anytime they want, especially in the off hours. And this was really helpful and got us some of our old members back because, there were some people left because classes didn't fit their schedule, or they wanted to focus on Olympic lifting or whatever it was, and now there's this great benefit that we've added that clears away some of those objections. We tell them about the NBA Jam arcade system that we got and put in the athlete lounge. We give them updates about equipment we've purchased, new programs, our farm share CSA that people can take advantage of, the healthy food options that we're providing, our nutrition program. We introduce new staff hires, and so for you, if you've hired any new coaches, this is something that you can update your readers about and list off any impressive accolades or certificates that they might be bringing to the table. We'll mention our workout tracking system, and any updates we've made to that. Space improvements, how we've added showers and a towel service. Again, this worked to get some people who didn't join previously because we didn't have a solution for them in the morning on that early commute where they needed a shower before they went to work. I mentioned incentives earlier in this video, and so at the end of the email, we give them an offer. We let them know that if they reactivate or re-engage, we'll pay for their first 2 weeks back. And to create a sense of urgency for them, we said that if you sign up by the end of the week, we will give them a key card for free for the first 3 months. So this email was great for a few reasons. One, it employed a lot of personality, like tons of personality. At the beginning of the email and the end, we let them know that we're thinking about them. The updates we include were tied back to a specific benefit to our service. And then we used those benefits to overcome potential buyer objections. We included a sweet offer for people to come back, and we created some scarcity and urgency around that offer. We sent a few follow-up emails after this one just to check in and see if anyone was still interested. So you might be thinking, okay, cool, that sounds great, but it seems like a lot of work. What were the results? Well, from the 3 emails we sent in this campaign, we generated $2,900 in sales. It took John probably an hour to write these emails. So that means that John's hourly rate was $2,900 for that time. If there's anything you could be doing that would make your effective hourly rate $3,000 an hour, that's great. You should probably stop watching these videos and go do that. But if not, take some time to draft up some emails and send it to your clients who've recently dropped or have been inactive on your list. It's a great way to stir up interest, generate some sales without advertising dollars.